Cassius.
Kugan Cassius, IFL TV, MTK Global. We're in London here for the press conference for Ultimate Boxer.
Kugan, you know you got a VIP treatment. Now I'm supposed to be over there where all the other guys are. Instead, you get me all to yourself. How do you pull this off? How do you pull it off? You see over there? That's where I'm supposed to be right now. You got me over here.
You aim for the stars.
You got... I was going to say, it's because you have seniority, but all right, I aim for the stars too.
Paulie, can you tell us a little bit about this tournament, Ultimate Boxer, and have its first event on the 28th of April in Manchester? Why did you get involved in it?
I got involved in it because I think somebody has to push boxing in the way of the future if you're going to catch the younger, newer generation, and I think technology is a big part of it. I think entertainment's a big part of it, and I think Ben Shalom's combination of his ideas of, using young fighters, obviously, because nobody established is going to take a chance on something new, but somebody not established is still going to be willing to take a chance. So fighters not established yet, young, hungry, up-and-coming prospects, they're going to be willing to take more chances. So you need to have people willing to take chances in the business and also in the ring, and then of course you need to market it with the young brains and the way that you market things now and in the future. Like, my time's gone. My time was on TV, commercials, whatnot. Now the social media is the way to go. So I keep hearing about this new Facebook Live situation with a lot of fights. A lot of undercards wind up on Facebook Live and whatnot. Ben has the Unilad partnership, which is a big partnership, enters millions of homes. Through Unilad and Facebook, this tournament can be broadcast into people's homes. It can be broadcast to people's phones. It can be broadcast. We're making other deals where it's going to be wind up on demand on television as well, where you're going to be able to catch it later again. But just to catch it live, you can catch it on your phone, you can catch it while you're at work, you can catch it out on the road, you can catch it in your home, you can catch it whatever. And of course, you got the entertainment value, you're going to have music acts, you're going to have that, whatnot. And then of course, you're going to get good fights because shorter, more compact fights are going to cause more action because these are hungry guys that can't afford to lose. So what are they going to do? You give them 3 rounds at a time, they're going to go at it. They're going to put everything they can on the line and throw all those punches. So you're going to be able to catch the boxing fan as well as the non-boxing fan who doesn't understand the patient approach to a fight, who only understands punches thrown and combat and whatnot. And you're going to get those people too because why? Because a short fight forces the action to pick up.
So the basic format of this, 8 welterweights on the night. There's prize money involved. It's a prize fighter type knockout.
Prize fighter type fight,
yeah.
Type thing. Except nobody's tied to anybody. You see, we can have fighters that are tied to somebody, or you can have fighters that are not tied to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's tied to Ultimate Boxer. Ultimate Boxer is just a brand. So nobody has to come in and sign a contract with Ultimate Boxer. That doesn't have to be the case. It's not the case. So what it is you can be a fighter. It's almost like we're giving you the next level after the amateurs. You know what I mean? It's almost like a farm system where you can look at the crop of talent that you may not have seen before, and maybe you may want to sign them later on. Or maybe that you have a fighter who you're having a hard time moving or promoting, you throw him into this tournament, and maybe he wins it, and all of a sudden, you have a better time marketing him, or you have an easier time marketing him and promoting him. So yeah, it's sort of like prize fighter, but a little bit different as well, because we're bringing in some sponsorship, we're bringing in some sponsorship companies that I can't talk about yet, but one of the deals we're trying to implement into the tournament is a sponsorship ad with an athletic company, as well as the prize money, as well as the promotion and whatnot. Sure, it's got a little bit of prize fighter effect to it, but of course, modern day. This is not just on your television set. This is almost also on the internet and whatnot. And more importantly, you can have fighters that belong to promoters there as well. They can come in, compete in this tournament, and then go back to their promoter. They're not tied to us, Or you can get a fighter who's not tied to anybody. You watch him compete. You may be impressed with him, and if you're another promoter, you may say, I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to sign him. All we are is we're laying out the stage for these guys to perform, and then other promoters can grab them, or they can put their fighters that are already signed to them into the tournament as well.
It definitely should be an interesting concept.
It's no risk.
Yeah.
It's no risk business-wise, because the main thing that really interested me, aside from all obviously the technology and when I'm the fighting, of course, you don't want to make enemies in the business. You want to keep it friendly, and I think in this way, the format doesn't create any enemies, because nobody should feel threatened by Ultimate Boxer, because you're working alongside the promoters, not against them. You're not coming in as competition against them. They can compete against each other. Ultimate Boxer is just giving a platform for fighters that you may not have seen before, or like I said, fighters that you may have under contract, you're having a hard time moving, you throw them into this tournament, you know what I'm saying? And maybe afterwards you have an easier time moving them, It takes a little bit of stress off the promoter, actually, and allows the competition to kind of unveil itself.
First event, 28th of April, Manchester. So yeah, we'll look forward to that.
Yeah, I look forward to that, man. It should be
Absolutely.
fun, you know.
Happily retired, Paulie?
Huh?
Happily retired, I said.
Yeah. Unless you know, a certain guy comes back and I gotta smack him around again. But you know,
The last time I spoke to you, obviously, we were in the food court after the Mayweather-McGregor fight.
Mate, like I said, he can't box apples at Sainsbury's or whatever that place is called. You know what I'm saying? He can't box pears. He can't box swordfish at Sainsbury's. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna box? Where's he gonna box? Let him go to MMA, please. Let him go to MMA. And I don't even think he's gonna go to MMA, to be honest. I really don't. I don't think he's gonna go to MMA.
Where do you think his career is at the moment,
I think his
McGregor?
career is in a situation where he's dying for attention, but it's an ass whooping no matter what door he opens. You know what I think he's going to do? I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's clever. I thought he's going to be really clever. He's going to let them strip him, and then he's going to come back and he's going to disguise it as a comeback fight, and he's going to take on like a half-ass opponent. And that way, it'll get everybody talking again. Oh, after he beats his half-ass opponent, now he'll fight the big guns, but he'll never fight the big guns. But if he gets stripped, now he doesn't have to fight Khabib anymore. He doesn't have to fight Tony Ferguson anymore. He doesn't have to fight those guys anymore. If he gets stripped, he can fight anybody, you know? So it can be a winnable fight. You dress it as a comeback fight, and then after he wins it, bro, I predicted what this guy does before he does it. I told you he wasn't gonna give the video out after the fight. I told you he wasn't. I told you he wasn't gonna fight. I told you he wasn't gonna fight me. I told you he's gonna hesitate to fight anybody again. I told you he's not gonna. He checks his image very, very carefully. He takes his chances very, very carefully. That's what he's gonna do next. I guarantee you, bro. This guy's so easy to predict. If you're not a groupie, it's not even funny. So I'll tell you, that's what he's gonna do next. He's gonna let them strip him, and then he's gonna come back with an opponent that he'll beat easily, like a guy he'll be able to pick.
Did you take anything from Mayweather posting that little video out of him going into the cage the other day, or not really?
No. That's just Floyd having fun with the fans because they're so stupid. These
Trying to wind McGregor up in a way as well?
Yeah, of course. You know, like Conor's funny. You know, Conor's still posting pictures of a fight he got his ass whooped in. Floyd Mayweather, the Mayweather fight. I think he posted one yesterday because it came up on my timeline on Twitter where during the Super Bowl I was watching. He had some picture with Mayweather's behind him like that.
So you're not expecting to see Mayweather?
So he's posting pictures of in a fight where he got his ass whooped. So of course Mayweather's gonna wind him back up. You know. You gotta have a pair of balls to post pictures in a fight where you got your ass whooped. But of course I already know he does that because he got his ass whooped sparring and he posts pictures and videos. So I mean it doesn't surprise me, but I think Floyd's just having fun with him, winding him up, and of course winding his fans up because his fans are the stupidest motherfuckers you'll meet. I'll tell you, those are some stupid bastards.
So we're not expecting to ever see Mayweather in that octagon.
Nah, come on. Guy's chilling. He's chilling. But he's good. He's making you talk about it, though. He made you ask me about it.
Yeah,
he made you ask me about it. You know, and maybe he had that little Patty Power thing. Maybe they paid him to do the endorsement. You know, you never know. The guy makes money. The guy makes money while he's laughing at people who talk about him. You know, it's all good.
Final question to you, Paulie. Obviously, we know Anthony Joshua faces Joseph Parker and Wilder fights is all teased soon. Is that a fight that you want to see between Joshua and Wilder?
I do. I want to see Joshua and Wilder. I also want to see Joshua and Fury. So hopefully we get to see all those fights soon.
Who wins those fights?
But let's not sleep on Joseph Parker, please. He's a good fighter, and I'm curious to see how that fight unfolds. No matter who wins it, I'm curious to see how that fight unfolds because the way a guy wins or loses a fight also makes you talk about him for the future possibilities.
Who do you tip out of Joshua and Wilder and Joshua and Fury? Who do you tip from those fights?
You know, it's hard to pick Fury right now because he's been out so long, and you know there's so many question marks about him. But Joshua Wilder's 50-50 fight, and I can give you reasons for both guys to win. You know, but we'll be here talking all day, and I got to get over there. Otherwise, I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't go deal with my media responsibilities.
All right, okay. Well, listen, Paulie, thank you very much on to IFL TV.
All right, mate. IFL TV. Every time I'm in London, you guys come find me. The best.
We're on you like water.
Like water, yeah. Or we say in America, like flies on shit.
Yeah, we say water where we are. All right.
Much box cleaner. Much
Top
cleaner.
man, thank you.
Right.